Hello, athletes and fans of bodybuilding. Tarek Gindi with the Mr. Olympia. This is breaking news, primetime muscle breaking news. It looks like Behrooz Tabani might have gotten his visa. I have two very important sources, people that are very close to Behrooz Tabani. One of them is an Iranian. The other one is the closest person he has here in the United States. And it looks like Behrooz Tabani has gotten his visa. The question is, how does this impact the Mr. Olympia? How does this impact the Mr. Olympia? I'm gonna bring in some guests um, so we can discuss what happened. If is actually accurate, I believe is accurate. I would be shocked if this is not accurate. But it looks like Behrooz Tabani has gotten his visa for the Mr. Olympia. I'm going to bring in Chris Cormier. I'm in contact with his coach, Milo Sarsev. And then I have sources um, that are Iranian YouTubers that are very influential. And it looks like Behrooz Tabani has gotten his visa. What we need to do right now is basically revise the entire lineup because this is a guy that has won the Dubai Pro Show twice. In addition to that, he has placed behind Samson Dauda in a lot of the shows. So if Behrooz Tabani has gotten his visa, this will change the lineup. And a lot of people speculate that Behrooz will be on the first call out of the Mr. Olympia. And based on some of his results, he's beaten Nathan Diasha. He's beaten William Bonac in Dubai. He's beaten a lot of the great guys. If he is coming to the Mr. Olympia, this changes the whole thing. This is great news. And again, guys, I've been getting sources, very solid sources, that Behrooz Tabani is heading to the Mr. Olympia. We're gonna bring in some guests, but I wanna know what you guys think. It looks like he has not arrived in the United States, but the visa has been issued to this superstar. There's no other way to put it. Behrooz Tabani is a superstar in bodybuilding. He is one of the I'm gonna get a video here of Nicandro. I'm a huge fan of his channel, but I think besides bodybuilding, this is a sign of unity for all of us, right? He is one of the nicest guys. I met him in Brazil a while back, and he won the Arnold Classic South America. We knew then he was going to be a fantastic competitor. He's also won the Romania Muscle Fest. He went on to win the Dubai Pro twice, a show that pays $100,000. How is going to impact the Mr. Olympia? A lot of people are speculating that Samson Dauda will be on the first call out. People are speculating that Nick Walker will be on the first call out. Derek Lunsford will be on the first call out. Hadi Chupin is going to be on the first call out. So then, if you had to look at ranking, right, where would Behrooz Tabani end? Is he in the mix as top five? Is he better than Martin Fitzwater? Is he better than Andrew Jacked? We have to look at Behrooz Tabani as being in the top six based on some of his results. I think winning the Dubai Pro Show and beating William Bonac is a significant result. But I like to go back a little bit. Right before Samson Dauda wins the Mr. Olympia, he competed at Romania Muscle Fest. And Behrooz Tabani has placed second in that show, right behind Samson Dowdy. In that event, we could already tell that Behrooz Tabani was one of the best bodybuilders in the world. And here's what he has. He has tremendous mass, and he's probably one of the most conditioned guys in bodybuilding. We have not seen Behrooz Tabani miss his conditioning. I mean, point out to me one show that Behrooz Tabani has not come in condition. So if he's got the size, he's got the conditioning, possibly one of the best backable biceps. One of the few things that people could point out against Behrooz Tabani was the legs. And it turns out that now his legs are in full balance with his upper body. We are talking about a guy that could potentially be in the top 4. I mean, who knows? If some of the top guys are not in top conditioning, and Behrooz Tabani happens to be in top conditioning, then we have to look at Behrooz Tabani as one of the guys that can really change this whole Mr. Olympia. He can expose guys that are not conditioned. I'm a huge fan of the guy. I've judged him twice. I think he's incredible. And I think this year is going to be the year that finally we have a Mr. Olympia where nobody is missing, right? Nick Walker is going to be there, and Behrooz Tabani is going to be there. And that makes this Mr. Olympia absolutely complete. We're not missing anybody in this Mr. Olympia. There's not one competitor. You can say Hunter Labrada. Obviously, he's a big name. But the two names that we needed to have there were Nick Walker and Behrooz Tabani. Guys, if there's a first call out where we have Behrooz Tabani and Nick Walker on the first call out, it changes the whole dynamic of the show. Who knows? I have people here commenting that Behrooz Tabani can win the Mr. Olympia. I don't doubt anything anymore. Ronnie Coleman won the Mr. Olympia, and he placed 9th the year before. I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think in terms of Behrooz Tabani placing? Now, the news that I got is that Behrooz Tabani he's gotten his visa, but he has not arrived. He has not arrived in the United States. So we're gonna follow this story. I'm getting text messages from a lot of people. We're gonna follow this story right now. But I think it's impossible for some of the people that are closest to Behrooz Tabani to call me and give me false information. It's been reported right now on text messages from people that are very close that Behrooz Tabani has gotten his visa and he might be heading to the United States of America right now. This is tremendous news, guys. This makes everybody happy. I know on behalf of the IFBB Pro League and the Mr. Olympia, we've been dreaming about this, and this is great news. One of the best competitors in the world is heading to the Mr. Olympia, Behrooz Tabani. I want to share here some of the fans here. Freedom Fighter 17, this is great news. Julian Lopez, craziness. Sam Soda, the top 6 is about to get crazy shakeup. I agree. Imani, she can't believe. She thinks I'm kidding. Imani, I'm not kidding. I got text messages from people today that communicated to me that Behrooz Tabani got his visa. I'm not going to mention their names, but one of them is the closest person he has in the United States, right? Amir, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, man?
You are now on Olympia TV. You have the most popular Iranian channel in bodybuilding. I commend you for that. I want to hear from you because every time I have a question about Iranian bodybuilding, I go to A-Flex. Guys, follow on Instagram, follow on YouTube. A-Flex is the best channel. If you want to learn about Iranian bodybuilding, that is the channel. Tell me what you know right now.
So first of all, I want to say hi to everybody, and I want to thank you to inviting me in. I just received a video call from Behrooz Tabani like hour ago. I was asleep in my bed. He just got his visa and he is on his way to America. So we are in. Mr. Olympia 2025 just got way more high right now.
So you actually, I want to make this clear. You actually spoke to him on the phone and he's gotten his visa. Where
Yes.
did he get his visa?
He was exactly in front of the U.S. Embassy, and he called me. So I'm 100% sure. We just, did the news, collaborated with RX Muscle and all the media, and we're in. Behrooz Tabani is in. Everybody just got to bring their A game.
So here's what I need to know. He got his visa in the United Emirates, correct?
Yep, correct.
Now, when is he flying to the United States? When does he arrive in the United States?
We haven't talked about it yet. He needs to go home, and we gotta have a meeting to just arrange everything. The hotel, the tickets, everything, basically everything. I'm going to prepare every single meal he needs to get here. As soon as he get here to the airport, I'm gonna bring his meal to him.
And Behrooz is right there.
We have the legend himself, Chris Cormier, one of the greatest bodybuilders of all times. Chris, I want to get your first take. One of the best bodybuilders in the world. He has won the Dubai Pro twice. He's won Romania Muscle Fest, Arnold Classic South America. We have not had him in the United States. I'm talking to Amir here. He's the owner of A-Flex. He spoke on the phone with Behrooz Tabani today. And Behrooz Tabani confirmed he got his visa to the United States. What will happen at the Mr. Olympia, Chris Cormier? You've been to that stage. You know it better than anybody. What will happen when Behrooz Tabani hits the stage?
I just got to say, damn.
Damn. That's the
It's
thing.
like, no, because people are going to have to rearrange what they thought they were going to be doing at the show, because he's a ball wrecker, and I just feel like, man, I'm so surprised, because that's the last thing I was thinking. I was thinking Milo's going to be pissed off again, because another year him not getting into the show was going to be, devastating. We was already thinking, hey, he's going to have to do maybe Prague or something like this just to, take care of his mindset, behind competition altogether. So this is amazing. I cannot believe it. And some people is going to be etched out of that top 5.
So, okay, I want to move on to that. That's what we want to know, Chris. Who's going to be out? I mean, if you're a competitor, and let's get real here. You look at Behrooz Tabani, he's beaten William Bonek. He's come second to Samson Dauda at Romania Muscle Fest. A show that I judge, and a show that I tell you, he was even more conditioned than Samson Dauda. He lost on the lines. He lost on the mass. But who is right now literally struggling because Behrooz Tabani is in, and now they know they got to face one of the best bodybuilders in the world?
The first thought, I would think Martin Fitzwater. I would think Andrew Jack. I would think I think he has to be battling for in that top 4 area, I would think. Right off the bat, that's what I would, initially that's my thought.
So you think that Behrooz Tabani, the guy that he threatens the most at this point, is Martin Fitzwater. You put him probably in, well, Martin was 4th place. So you're saying that Behrooz Tabani cannot be any worse than 4th place? Is that what you're saying?
I think at least 4th or 5th place, yes.
Now, Amir, I have a question for you. You know Behrooz for a long time. Can he beat some of the last 3 Mr. Olympias, Hadi, Derek, or Samson? Can he beat one of those guys?
So first of all, I want to say hi to Chris. He's a legend, man. Pleasure to see you and meet you in a week.
For you.
Absolutely. I think he's going to be a threat to Derek Lunsford. He has the shape, he has the muscularity, he's more balanced than Derek. And I think with muscle maturity in front, he can have a hard time staying with Behrooz. So I think, like last year, we saw Martin expose Derek. This year, going to happen again. Behrooz going to expose Drake.
So, Chris, do you agree with Amir or you disagree? Do you think
No, I agree. I
he
mean,
can expose Derek
he
Lunsford?
he got a lot of density, especially the most musculars and everything. He's so muscular in the chest, the shoulders. He's probably got the widest clavicles in those top spots. I would think everybody's going to be hurting when he hit that most muscular. He's going to be going 1 and 2 spots with that going up against Nick Walker with that most muscular. So it's going to depend on his lower half. His lower half has been his weaknesses over the last couple of years, but upper body strength, he's right there with the best of them.
So
Now, go ahead, Amir.
about the lower body, I can certainly tell you right now, in past 8 weeks, he's been putting in work. You know, he went to the roads he never been before. He got the most amount of muscle connection into his quads. Right now, I think his deep cut increased by 20%. And you can see quad sweep coming out of that guy.
Sweep is one thing, but I want to see cuts and deep striations.
You're going to see it, Chris. You're going to see it.
I
Yeah.
want to see quads that's dug out. I don't care about the quad sweep.
No.
We dig very deep this year, especially after Dubai. He dig very deep.
I want a question. Can he win the Mr. Olympia?
This year, I don't think so, because Hadi Choopan is there, Samson is there. But next year, he's going to win Mr. Olympia. But this year, it's going to be a battle. They're going to have a hard time with Behrooz because he is complete. He has the structure. He has the Persian conditioning. He has the muscle maturity. His eggs, everything is there.
Now, what I want to know is this. You talk about the Persian conditioning, and Milo Sarcev has emphasized, it's almost impossible to see a Iranian competitor come in and he's out of shape. Why do the Iranian competitors come in so hard? What has been their secret? What do they do that they never miss on their conditioning?
They suffer. They really suffer. 2 hours of cardio, low carb diet, heavy training. You see how Hadi Choopan train right now. It's just like different animal. He's just squatting like 10 plates at the time and for reps for sure. So suffering is one thing. The dieting hard is another thing. Cardio hard. And they have that, champion mentality. They're going crazy after it. Like they got nothing to lose. They got everything to win.
Now, another question for you. This visa process that he got this year, why did he get this visa this year and he didn't get it the previous years? What has transpired that this year was different?
So we have a group of lawyers that they're working together hard this year. One in the States, in Los Angeles, one in Dubai. They worked very hard for this time and they asked for document. They got all the documents set, ready to go. Everything checked this year. That's the thing.
Okay, well, Chris, go ahead.
I mean, you shocked me with this one, Tarek. I was just like, I thought you were joking at first. So I was just like, okay.
Listen.
He said, you like, get on the live. I'm like, what?
Well, I got to tell you this, guys.
You shocked.
The first time I met Behrooz Tabani was in Brazil, and the Iranians, they go to Brazil, they do very well. They're almost like part of the Brazilian community right there. When Behrooz Tabani came on stage and he won the Arnold Classic South America, it was such a dominant performance that even the Brazilian crowd, who had a lot of Brazilian athletes on stage, they said, man, this is an incredible bodybuilder, right? Then we went on to see him miss a few Olympias, and it was tragic because you can only imagine the suffering of a man who has won the qualification, who's dieting, who's hungry, and cannot be on stage. And then you really have to cry for him because he's watching the show, right? For the last 2-3 years, this guy is at home watching the show that he qualified, wondering what could have happened if he was there. I went on to judge the Romania Muscle Fest in 2023, and the first place was Samson Dauda, and the second place was Behrooz Tabani. And Behrooz Tabani was so impressive because the distance between Behrooz Tabani and Samson Dauda to the third, fourth, and fifth place was huge. But you could see Behrooz Tabani challenging Samson Dauda in a lot of poses. Samson was bigger, Samson had the lines, but Behrooz had the conditioning. So it was exciting to see that Behrooz can fight with a guy that eventually won the Olympia. We go on to see him winning the Dubai Pro, which is a show that pays $100,000, and he wins that show twice. Chris, you saw him in that last Dubai. You were in Dubai, correct?
Yes.
Was it a dominant performance? Everybody knew he was going to win that show, or was there a doubt that he was the winner of that show?
It seemed like he was in first place the whole time. I know I went back and forth with Milos, sometimes just joking, like, oh, he's going to lose this shot, he's going to lose that shot. But, I mean, he's a strong competitor. I first saw him at Oxygen Gym there in Abu Dhabi, and it was intense because we had Nexzilla there in the same gym at the same time with him, and they were giving each other eyeballs across the room, and it was intense. That was my first time seeing him, and now it just seems like we finally get a chance to see the world's best on this stage. And I know what it's like to be one of the best in the world, but yet not being able to compete. You have tears in your eyes watching the Olympia at that time. You can't. It's not about being manly or whatever, but you have teary eyes watching the Olympia when you're able to be there physically, but not being able to be there with a visa situation. So this opens up all the shows, what it seems like, throughout the year, which is awesome because we want to see the best of the best. And now we get a chance to see the best in the world compete at the Mr. Olympia contest.
Finally.
Now, Amir, talk to me about, now Iran, who is huge in bodybuilding, the Iranian bodybuilding community is huge. Now there's Hadi Choopan and Behrooz Tabani at the Mr. Olympia. If these two guys end up on the first call out, tell me what that's going to do to the crowd, to the fans in Iran.
Well, I think it's definitely going to happen. They're both going to be in first call out. And this year, we are going to be there as a press. So all the Iranian people can watch the show. Can watch the interviews and what's going on behind the scenes over there. So it's going to be fantastic. Everybody is hype. I just put the post on about the Behrooz visa, and it got over 1 million views, like in matter of like 30 minutes, 1 hour before I'm coming up. It was crazy.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. People thinking about Behrooz different than Hadi, because he couldn't make it to Olympia for like 3 years. Right now, he is being everybody in Iran love Behrooz and want him to be in Olympia, and they want him to win Olympia. That's the thing. A lot of people thinking Behrooz going to win this year Mr. Olympia and getting the title from Samson Dauda.
Now, talk to me. How do they see Behrooz and Hadi in Iran? Obviously, Hadi is a little bit older, a little bit more experienced. Hadi has won the Mr. Olympia. There's a statue of him. What is the relationship between the Iranian fan base with Hadi and the Iranian fan base with Behrooz?
So, how can I say that? They both awesome champion and Iranian people, rooting for that champion. So they watch them, they support them in social media all over the place. You can see how supportive Iranian fans are. And right now, we have Behrooz Tabani joining Hadi Chupan. It's going to be a different thing in Iran, especially in like Tehran. Everybody going to cheer those guys up. It's going to be a different year. It's going to be a different scenario, and everybody is hyped. Right now, I can't imagine like Behrooz Tabani got over 100,000 messages in last hour. So imagine what's gonna happen. They love their champion and they're rooting for their champion. This is the thing I want to talk to. Then Nick Walker is another guy can be threat by Behrooz Tabani. He got the structure, he got the muscle density. He brings the Persian conditioning. And if you think Behrooz Tabani was 100% conditioned at Dubai, my friend, I would tell you, see him next week. He's going to bring the nastiest conditioning you ever seen. Actually,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is there a thing called the arranged condition? Is that a real thing, or are you just saying that?
The Persian conditioning.
Persian conditioning.
They never miss their conditioning. I want to welcome here Ron Harris, Ron the Machine Harris. Ron Harris, your first reaction to Behrooz Tabani getting his visa?
I thought it would never happen. This is the best news we've had in the world of pro bodybuilding in a very, very long time. This guy should have been in the Olympia every year for the past 3 years. So this is just fantastic. And, I don't know who to thank, but whoever made this possible, thank you.
Amir, tell us. I want to give credit. Who made this possible? Who can we thank in this moment for making this possible?
So first of all, I want to say hi to Ron. Ron, pleasure to see you here. And there's a lady, Miss Salehi, Miss Samira Salehi. He's a lawyer in United States and UAE. She made it happen. She made it literally happen. She has she has a connection or something, but whatever happened, I'm so grateful.
Ron, we were talking here, Chris, Amir, myself. You follow these competitors better than anybody. Talk to me. How is he going to impact the show? And is this guy going to end up on the first call out of the 2025 Mr. Olympia?
Your audio is really breaking up. I'm going to try to go to YouTube. See if I
can you hear me now,
on that.
Chris? Can you hear me?
I hear you 100%.
So, Ron, can you hear me now? Is it a little better?
Yeah.
So
that's better. Thank you.
How do you think Behrooz Tabani, first of all, do you think he's going to get a first call out at the Mr. Olympia? And if he does, how does he change things on that first call out?
So I do believe he'll be first call out. I've been saying this guy's a top 6 competitor at the Mr. Olympia for a few years now. Typically, the first call out is 6 guys. So we already know Nick, Derek, Samson, Hadi. They're in 4 out of that 6. If we put Behrooz in there, who else gets to be in that call out? I guess either Martin or Andrew would be the logical ones. But I don't see him breaking that top 4. To me, that top 4 is very, very solid, almost set in stone. But I think he could be fighting for 5th or 6th, which, this moves a lot of guys down a spot, the fact that he's in the show.
Now, going to the top 4 guys, a lot of people speculating that if you look at, let's go with Samson, Hadi, Derek, Nick, Martin, and Andrew Jacked. Out of all these guys, who does Behrooz Tabani expose the most?
Who does he beat? Is that the question?
Well, no, he comes in real condition. He's got great back-to-bull biceps. He might not have the biggest quads. That might be his only weakness. Who do you think that standing next to him
not have the biggest quads? That might be his only
is in trouble?
weakness. Who do you think
that's standing next to him now have the biggest quads, that might be his own. Is in
I
trouble.
think we have echo.
Who do you think
I'm not sure in the
that's
audio.
standing next to him now have the biggest quads?
Are you hearing that?
Yeah,
So
Ron, we have echo on your speaker.
yeah, I can hear you perfectly on the YouTube. Unfortunately, quads are not his strongest point, but his overall physique and the condition that he gets into. If anybody's slipping in condition, he could move past them. His condition has never been a question. It's always spectacular. We can't say that I can't think of anybody else we can say has nailed it every single time we've seen them. So condition is going to be where he's going to catch at least one or two of these top guys slipping, and he'll get past them that way.
Chris, same question to you. Out of all these guys I mentioned, Samson, Derek, Behrooz, Hadi, Martin, Andrew Jack, Nick Walker, who do you think will be in bigger trouble when Behrooz Tabani is standing next to them in terms of conditioning, in terms of a great back double biceps?
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They all could be in trouble as far as that's concerned, because he has the wide body up top, like you say. The glaring question, just it's going to depend on his lower half. His upper body can hang with everybody up there. He has this huge chest. He has this big, his teres majors and minors, all these things all super dug out. The trapeze is down to the lats. It's all dug out for this guy. So, did he improve on the lower half is going to be the biggest question mark here going into the competition. So, like I said, before, the other guys, Martin, is beatable for him. And he was in the top 4 last year. Andrew Jack can be, beatable by this guy. I mean, I saw him face to face, and I spoke with him a few times.
Sure.
Love the guy. I think the public is going to love him. I think they're going to take him right on in. It's probably like, probably this year's People's Champ, because, he's a great personality, and he's wonderful for the sport. I'm so excited to see this guy on Olympia stage.
Now, Amir, you say his legs have improved tremendously. Are you saying that his legs have improved from the Dubai show? We're going to see a different physique than what we saw from Dubai?
So his leg was fine from behind. If you see his leg, he has a dugout glute, he get the conditioning, he get the piano like hamstring and everything. From the front, absolutely. You're going to have a deeper line into his quads. Like, it's different than Dubai. Definitely different than Dubai. And this guy had a chip in his shoulder. He put the work in. He and Milos worked very hard for this show.
Now, talk to me. This pursuing of the visa, finally getting this emotional stress of possibly not getting it, has that impacted him mentally, physically?
Absolutely mentally. There was a war in Iran and he won the Dubai. See, there is an absolute stress going on, but he's a champion. He's a warrior. He's fighting through those things, and he put in those beside that. He's a professional Iranian bodybuilder. And as you see, his personality is way greater than his body. So imagine what his mindset is. It's not going to affect him at all.
If you don't mind me asking, I'm sure he doesn't. He's a young guy. How old is Behrooz Tabani?
Behrooz is 32 years old.
Wow.
32. And how old is Hadi Chupan?
Hadi is 38 years old.
Okay, so Ron, if we look at Behrooz Tabani at 32, we got to think that maybe he might be peaking at 35, right? Bodybuilders usually they might reach their peak at 35, unless you're Dexter Jackson. What do you think about this guy's future?
I mean, this is fantastic because he's been unable to get to the big shows aside from Dubai. He could do the Olympia now. He could do the Arnold. He could do Pittsburgh. He could, and he's got at 32 years old, he's got a good 5 to 8 years left at his prime, and maybe even longer. We've seen guys obviously like Dexter and Bonac continue on past that, but this is the best thing that's happened for his career. The fact that he can get into the USA, and again, this is the best. I can't think of anything more uplifting in terms of Olympia storylines and news that we've had this entire year.
Yeah, this is the best news of the year. I'm so happy, Chris. Whether
Yes.
we like it or not, this is his Olympia debut. He should have debuted 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. But this is going to be his first Mr. Olympia. You have been to that stage.
Right.
At one point, you made your debut on that stage.
Right.
Can the circumstances, all these emotions of finally making it, propel him to a better performance or a worse performance? What would you advise him in this moment that he's making his debut? All eyes are going to be on him. He's emotional about making it, the cortisol levels and everything. What would you advise him?
Well, I think first off, he's going to be, the most photographed and viewed person up there. Yeah, I mean, he has good English. I mean, I've spoken to him personally, so his English is good to interview with anyone, unless he's, unless he's too
Shy.
yeah, shy, overwhelmed, or whatever. But the situation, but I don't think it's too big for him. I think he's been ready for it and wanting this, and ready for it and wanting this more than anybody else on that stage. So, I mean, this is going to be like, I remember going to the Olympia and my first time not having any type of expectations, but I think he has expectations because I think he's been chomping at the bits to get up there, for years now. So now you finally get your chance. He's going to do all the happy tears over there in Iran, and I think when he gets here, he's going to be locked in and ready to show the world what he can do and what he should have done already. So, I mean, I think the pay-per-view, I think everything is going to be so much more greater now with his entering the competition. And I'm looking forward to speaking with him when he gets here. And I cannot wait to give the guy a big hug and congratulations. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing him up there and mixing it up with these guys.
I can't wait to give him a big hug. He's going to be the most hugged man in Las Vegas. I mean, every fan is going to give him a hug. Every competitor. I think men's physique competitors are going to give him a hug. Ron, him getting the visa is more than him competing, right? There's a symbolic action here, right? That there's a solidarity among competitors that, man, how come this guy is not here? What does this represent symbolic in terms of having this guy come to the United States and compete and do what he loves to do?
Well, one thing that this shows us is that the State Department or the Homeland Security, whoever was, I think it's Department of Homeland Security, they do recognize pro bodybuilding in the Mr. Olympia as a major sporting event, because we saw that there was that exception for Iranian athletes for, it said major sporting events such as the Olympics and the World Cup. Those were the two that they referred to. And it sort of miffed me that the Olympia wasn't seemingly in that same category in their minds at that level. And this, I think, shows that it is, because otherwise he wouldn't be getting in, because, there's been this whole thing. I was late, so I don't know if you covered the whole fact that he served in the military like every other. There's mandatory military service for every Iranian male. The fact that they are recognizing his status as an elite athlete in the Olympia as one of the greatest sporting competitions in the world, that's great for all of us. I mean, that we should all give ourselves a little pat on the back that finally we get that recognition from the U.S. government, who's very picky these days about who they let into this country.
Yeah, Chris, Amir, I want to talk to you guys. That's a great point that Ron Harris brings to the table here. The Mr. Olympia has echoed in the State Department, Homeland Security, in the government as a great competition. And now people are looking at it and saying, yes, this guy should be competing in this show, Chris.
Yes, I think it is. I think it's been on the map for a long time. It's highly respected throughout the sporting, the different sporting conferences. in the presidential office. I know the Olympia is on the map, and highly respected throughout the world. And this is our Olympics now. This is definitely our Olympics that the Weeders was trying to get that type of recognition years ago, and this is it. We arrived now.
Amir, talk to us about what does the Mr. Olympia represent in Iran now that they have seen Iranian competitors come in, win the show. Hadi Choopan has made history. What does the Mr. Olympia represent for the Iranian fans, the Iranian bodybuilding community?
So in Iran, they have a lot of like gold medal in Olympics and everywhere. Like they have everything, wrestling, like you name it, name the sport. But in bodybuilding, we only have Hadi Choopan that won the Mr. Olympia and bring that trophy, that sando, that to not even Iran, in Asia, in entire Asia, there was only a guy named Hadi Choopan bring a sando there. So I would say it's very precious. It's very, very precious for them.
Yeah, very nice. I am overwhelmed with joy. And I have to be honest, guys, at times I lost a little bit of hope. I was, we've been beaten down in the last couple of years so hard. I've talked to Milos. I've talked to other Iranian competitors. I've talked to Amir. And we've been beaten down by the fact that he qualifies and he never comes in to the big show, to the Mr. Olympia. And today when I got this news, I said, Amir, we're jumping on a live. Behrooz Tabani is heading to the Mr. Olympia. I'm so, so happy. Behrooz, you're going to be hugged by thousands and thousands and thousands of competitors, fans, by the organization. We love the fact that you're going to be here. I have to say, it wasn't complete without you. But now that you are here and you're one of the best bodybuilders in the world, this Mr. Olympia is finally complete. We got Behrooz Tabani and Nick Walker. If you don't get your pay-per-view, you're going to be miserable. You're going to have a miserable, miserable life. You're going to regret. You're going to watch a few cuts here and there, and you're going to miss the moment where the crowd goes insane when Behrooz Tabani goes on stage. I mean, Chris, I'll give you all of you guys your final words. Chris, what are you going to be doing when that guy hits the stage?
Hallelujah. We finally got the world championships right in front of us. I mean, I cannot believe we finally have the world's best on the Olympia stage here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I cannot wait to get there. I'm on my way this weekend. I'm going to already be walking and pacing outside the doors, hoping to get in and hoping to get a peek at the stage. I cannot wait to get there. Good job. Thank God for Behrooz Tabani.
Ron Harris.
Yes, sir.
Tell me right now, what are we going to do? What are you going to be doing when that man hits the stage?
I'll be happy to see that all the best bodybuilders in the world are on the Mr. Olympia stage. Not wondering, what if Behrooz was here? How would Behrooz look next to Nick, Hadi, Derek, Simpson, the rest, Andrew? Now we finally get to see him where he belongs and fighting for a top spot like he's been wanting to.
Very nice. Amir, I'm going to end with you. You're the guy that has been covering Iranian bodybuilding for a long time. I think you've suffered maybe just as much as Behrooz for him not being here. You've vibrated with joy when Hadi Choopan won. And now, I have to say that you're one of the main contributors in really bringing the name of Behrooz Tabani to the internet so that everybody can fight for him, right? I want you to give your final words about this journey that you've had and what it means to you to now have full representation of your country.
Oh man, I have a goosebump right now because my relationship with Behrooz is way more deeper. He's like my brother. We're talking on the phone, like I would say a couple times a week, about everything, every single thing. about his body, his protocol. Be in touch with Milos and everything. He's in my camp. It's going to be fantastic. When I see him on the stage, I'm going to be backstage preparing him up for that stage. It's just a pleasure to see him on that stage. Finally, it's been so hard past 3 years. You don't know how emotional and how frustrated it got. Finally, we're so happy. All the people in Iran are so hyped up for this show. I would say go get your pay-per-view. It's going to be a fantastic show.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to agree with Ron Harris. This is the best bodybuilding news of the year. Behrooz Tabani, one of the best competitors in the world, has finally gotten his visa. The wait is over. We're going to have all the big dogs at the Mr. Olympia. Get your pay-per-view right now. This is going to be amazing. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys at the Mr. Olympia.
Yes, sir.